Paradise, yes. So I don't know YouTube if you capture this, but it tells us to not tell the world about this paradise. In this episode I'm checking in to Fiji here in Savu Savu, a very beautiful and well protected lagoon. Experienced some issues with my starter engine, I took it apart to see if I could manage to service it myself. Straight out of bed, and this is my view. Man, Fiji is amazing. It's so beautiful, look! Join me as I'm sailing around the world on Be Free, a Bavaria 55 cruiser. In the previous episode I sailed from the beautiful kingdom of Tonga to another even more beautiful place, Fiji. Made it to Fiji! Well, Fiji is a lot of islands, but I'm at Savu Savu. So now I'm gonna check in. Savu Savu is a well-protected bay on the island Vanuatu in the Fiji group. This is one of the available ports of entries here, and they even have a brand new marina that looks really nice. I'm gonna check it out later, as I have heard it's supposed to be a cyclone-safe marina. But for now, I'm hanging on a dirt cheap mooring ball until my papers are done. I'm granted access to land as it's weekend and even a public holiday on Monday. Because I can't have my papers done until Tuesday, I'm very thankful for the friendly guest to be allowed moving around ashore while waiting. After registering my boat where I are staying on a mooring, I thought it might be a good idea to check out the marina I heard so much about. This is Navi Island Marina, a brand new marina certified for a category 5 cyclone. So just in case something should come my way, it's nice to know about my options and alternatives. And this was all built in only 1 year and are still under construction. The lagoon is man-made, surrounding a tiny island that's slightly modified as well. Located in the very heart of Savu Savu, and I really like the concept they have here, making a place like this available also for the locals, as they have small ferries bringing people over that just want to come for the atmosphere or enjoy a dinner. Most places I've been so privileged to access only because I'm a sailor with a private yacht is often exclusively for yachties only. Some places this is of course due to safety reasons, but I find it somehow a bit sad normal people and locals often are excluded from enjoying this atmosphere. So I really hope for the future this concept is something to be continued here at Navi Island. I found here in Fiji in the bar, Jason from Grenada. So why is it so messy in your boat, Kylie?
So we're replacing the engine and the generator.
I met Jason first time via my dear friend Kylie when she was doing her major refit in Grenada, and Jason is one of the guys working and living there. He even helped me out with a few things for some of my projects as well. And I was so surprised when I heard a familiar voice shouting out my name. Last time we saw each other was in Grenada in 2021. A sailor's world is not big, and Jason is not only a mechanical wizard but a pretty decent sailor as well. So it was amazing to catch up again. So much fun, and again a good reminder why sailors never say goodbye. And talking about memories, there's lots of things here in Fiji that sort of reminds me about Grenada in the Caribbean. Not only the nature and vibe, but the friendly people. And not to forget, they have also at some point been under influence of Great Britain. Meaning, from my perspective, they even drive on the wrong side of the road. After a long sail, it's always nice to stretch the legs a bit, and I just love to go hiking and explore new places. Actually, I think that sign is for the bush, not for the road, eh? So I think I'll keep going and see. It's supposed to be a nice viewing point over the bay from there, so we'll see if we can try to find it. So I need to use the human drone this time because it's a no-flight zone. The reason is just above my head where I'm standing now, the airplanes comes in very low altitude. So they come in from here and they fly over this mountain, and between here they land down on the airport on the other side of this little mountain. I think it's quite a spectacular in-flight here. So if I have time, I will try to go up here again, maybe Monday or Tuesday, when it comes more airplanes, and see if I can capture it, because that must be just nuts. But look at this view, it's spectacular. So there is the fruit and veggie market, and it's actually quite good.
Hey, where are you from, man?
Norway.
Oh, I'm here. Second, man.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
From
meet you.
Norway.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
So-
You got a nice picture, man, your camera.
Yes. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben.
Right.
Nice to meet you, Ben. What's your name, brother?
My name is Chope.
Okay.
You can call me Taipei Cho. By the way, that's my Facebook account.
Thank you for helping us out.
Most welcome.
Nice to be on your island.
Same.
It's a hidden paradise, yes. So I don't know YouTube if you capture this, but it tells us to not tell the world about this paradise. We met a few quite original persons today. So on my way to customs to pay my bill there. That's $25, and so let's see if I can find it. Then I have to go to immigration, and then to biosecurity, and then to health. Biosecurity job is to make sure no new species are introduced to Fiji, like this pet that was brought in and run away. Now some believe it has reproduced and become several meters big. It's like a ghost story people are afraid of. And the total amount of this walk back and forth and to all these offices is around $302. It's Fiji dollar. So yeah, it costs money and it takes time. Welcome to bureaucracy. So that was immigration, and now to customs. I confused them. They are basically next to each other, so it's not so bad. Health there, however, is quite a walk from here. It's actually 20-30 minutes. So I'm gonna see if I can get to hitchhike with someone. But first, customs. And of course I have to go back to customs because they did not have change money. So yeah, it's a little bit back and forth. But they're very friendly though, very friendly and nice people. So, but it's nuts, all these different offices and paperwork and all the money for what? It's like again, makes you miss French islands. It's like €3 and you're done, self-service. Yeah, well, I guess this is just the beginning. I know it's going to be even harder and more onward on this journey. So this is just a warm-up. Not so lucky with hitchhiking, at least this way, but I'm here. I found the hospital. So let's see if I can find the health department and pay my bill for the health that cleared me into Fiji and allowed other bureaucrats to come on board the boat because it was declared as safe. Very interesting. Hi there, puppy. Oh, you a cutie. Oh. So many dogs everywhere. There's been like throughout the entire Polynesia a lot of street dogs. So I found the office, and now I'm at Rosa's office here at the hospital. She's helping me to sort out the bill for the health inspection. Very friendly, just like is entire Polynesia. Also here in Fiji, people are very sweet and very friendly. So what are you going to do now? You're going to send an email to...
I will email to the health office, to the quarantine lady that comes to your yacht.
Yes?
I will send the receipt to her.
So she know I paid my bill.
Yes, so that she can, you know, for your issuing of your travel.
Yeah, my cruising permit.
Right,
Yeah.
your cruising permit.
Oh, this is my receipt.
Yeah, that's your receipt.
Thank you so much.
Vinaka!
So the cool thing here in Fiji that actually different from a lot of other places is all the authorities comes on board, they do all the paperwork, and you get a bill for all the things, and then you have to go later. So they actually trust you to come and pay. But I guess it's not a big risk because you can't get your cruising permit and you will definitely not get your exit SARP if you have not paid. So it's like they just make it easy for us. So because it's not, I mean, obviously you don't have local currency on your boat when you arrive to a new island. So they actually give us time to walk around, take out money from an ATM and visit the offices later. And that's what I'm doing right now. So hitchhiking turned out to not be so easy here, and it's a 5-kilometer walk both ways. Oh, there actually a taxi. Well, now I'm almost in the city again, so I don't bother. But yeah, it's a difference from Polynesia. There people even stopped and ask if you need a ride, even without hitchhiking. So here they don't, I don't know if they are skeptical to me as a foreigner or the custom or whatever, but to hitchhike here is definitely not easy. Then I got my cruising permit and done with the customs, and the neighbor is a supermarket. So let's find out how super this supermarket is. It's early in the morning here. It's basically just around sunrise and it's 6 o'clock, and I have my morning coffee and try to enjoy it. But I am also working on a project, taking this starter out, and I will open it and see if I can see something obvious. I will start with the brushes and the surface, the brushes, I don't know in English what you call this. I will show you. But I checked all the cables, I checked the power on the battery, I checked basically everything. I even tried to jump start it and no response. So something have happened. So I have to open it and see. And if you think the Tahitian is friendly people, Fijian are the next level. I went to this hardware store to ask if they had some tools I needed. And unfortunately they did not have the extension tool because the one I have is too long. I need a shorter one, and they said no, we don't have that. But then the owner of the store, he opened his own toolbox and said like, is this what you're looking for? So here is the gentleman that actually helped me out because they could not sell this small extension, but he had one I could borrow. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Anything else, you can come back to me.
I will, yes.
Okay.
So that's how friendly they are here in Fiji. Man, that's not often you experience this kind of service. So yeah. Anyway, that made a difference. I managed to get the starter out of my engine, so I'm for sure gonna try to get my hands off extension that fits, so I have that for later. But now I have to start to work on this. So it's always interesting to open things like this. Looks a little bit messy, but it's the gears. So yeah, this could probably be taken out and cleaned, I think. This kind of things is always a bit scary, because I know there is no spare parts available anywhere close, and I need to trust my engine, especially during cyclone season, so this is really high priority. There we go. It could be also this solenoid, but it's when you put here is where the positive cable comes on, the main positive, and this big here is that goes to the small electro engine here, and this you can actually use a spanner or something between like this, and then you can try it, start it on the engine. However, if that does not work, then it's something wrong with this one. When I put power on here, it was responding, but not when it was in the engine, so it's like a little bit unreliable, and I think maybe the cleaning can do something with it. I hope. Otherwise I have a challenge. I won't say problem, it's a sailboat, but it's really comfortable to have an engine. Okay, I think it's difficult to get it to look any better than this, so it's I think I will say this is okay. So it looks like brand new inside. Yeah, I think I will say that is good. And right there in front of my eyes, the main problem were exposed. It was part of this cable from the solenoid exposed, and it had a loose connection as well. This was the reason for only clicking and not turning, most likely not getting enough amps. So it was lots of unnecessary work done here, but at least the starter is cleaned and everything now works perfect again. It's how it is sometimes when I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. So it's time to check out of here. I'm heading to the small marina that I have been renting this mooring boat. It's quite cheap. It's 18 Fiji dollar per night. Yeah, I don't have the math in my head right now, but it's around $10 US per night, so that's pretty fair price. The problem here is that it's so deep water, so it's really hard to anchor, and it's also very narrow and compact space, so that's how it is. I prefer to stay on anchor though. But now I need to pay my bill and I gotta move Be Free to another location. They are so friendly here, and if you announce your arrival, they will help you to pick up the mooring. They even asked if I needed any help when leaving as well. Fiji is absolutely amazing and such a cruiser-friendly place. Planning on sailing south to the main island and to have a quick look around there as well before continuing my journey towards west. And the people here are so friendly, and I mean, seriously, it makes me kind of wonder if I wasted my time in French Polynesia. I really wish I could spend more time here in Fiji. There's a lot of islands and a lot of places to explore, but unfortunately I are now paying close attention to the weathers. I'm actually up here, and as you can see, the distance to this one is not that far. So yeah, the cyclone season is brewing, and I think it's time to make a plan to exit this region. Thank you so much for watching and all your support. A special thanks to all my patrons that makes it possible for me to upload these videos. Much love from me on Be Free.